Started recording. So, any doubts in the previous one? Is it okay?
Yeah, sir. It's fine. We tried creating smart form actually. So that last one, that main page, I need to create. So that I'll do it today.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, just I will add some more features in
So
the same smartphone.
yeah. So the size of the window also matters, no? So like if we give like the bigger side, it says like it is bigger when we tried executing.
Yeah, the thing is, finally, we just want to take a printout in a A4 size paper. Okay,
Yeah.
just I will open the
So
smart
it should fit within the page.
within that available space. So here, at the time of creating the smart form, in the
Yeah.
starting properties itself, output options. Here we specified the A4 size paper. So internally it will take the length and width of the A4 size paper. If it exceeds,
Okay.
so finally it can't print.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it should adjust in the available space.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is our previous smart form. So we added a main window and other windows. So once again I will execute our program. So how we are seeing our output. So for this one, if this is a sales order number, I'm just executing. This is a printer. This printer is coming from the configuration. Now we are clicking on the print preview. Okay. So now we are having 14 pages, one of 14. So if you come down, you can see that second page. Okay. So like where the page format is same in all the places. Like if you observe this one, the first page we are having a logo. First page we are having a logo, and we are having a sales order that heading and the remaining things. This is a from address to address, the sales order details. These are the items. So if you go to second page, the same information is repeated. In that case, I don't want to see this information once again. I don't want this logo. I don't want the sales order. Why? Because the same sales order is repeating. So I don't want this information once again. I just need, okay, only the material details. Why? Because if you use this space for printing the information, then you can reduce the number of pages. Now it's a 14. So we can utilize this space if you remove this information. So that is a continuation of that existing page. In first page, we need the format. From second page onwards, these details are not required. I need this information, only item details, how many items are there in the particular sales order. Okay. So the first page and second page, I just want to make the difference. Why? Because in the second page, I don't want the logo, I don't want the heading, I don't want the from address and to address, same sales order information, sales order type, and those details. Only once it is enough. Second page, it's not required actually. Why? Because it's a repeating. So in that case, how we'll design the page? Okay. So now go to smart form once again. This is our smart form. So by default, it's created a one page. So in the beginning itself, at the time of creating a smart form, one page is created. Now I want to create another page format. Why? Because the second page is different from the first page. So if you see the properties of the page one, just click on the page format. Here we are having one option called next page. So here by default it is specifying the same page number. You can see that this is the page one, and what is the next page format? That is also page one. So that's why all the pages are looking in the similar way. Okay. Now I need a separate page format. I don't want to use the same page one format. So in that case, what you have to do, just right click on this one. I need a similar page, copy and paste. So this is the new page. Already first page is there. There we are having all the formats. In the second page, I have created a second page by copying this. That means I need all the windows like logo, title, all the windows We're just copying as it is. Okay. Once we copied, okay, what we have to do? So go to first page format and check that in previously only page one was there. Now just change the format as page two. Just activate. So now we are having two pages, two page formats. Okay. Now what we'll do? Page two is ready. So we'll just test this one by creating this page two. Is there any impact or if there are any issues, the beginning stage itself we can fix. So same sales order number, I'm executing. So same one of 14 pages. This is the first page. For the first page, what is the continuation of the page? Page two format. So I'm clicking page down. Now we are in the second page. Now both the formats are same. So that's why we are able to see the logo, from address, to address, and other header information. But I don't want this header information in the second page. Then what we have to do? Go to your smartphone. Go to second page. In second page, you are able to see all the windows what we are seeing here. So what you are telling? I don't want this in a page two. Click page two. Then in page two, I don't want this logo. Just simply delete. The second page, I don't want this from address. Simply delete. In the second page, I don't want this to address. Delete. I don't want the sales order header information once again. Just delete. So in the second page, we deleted unnecessary windows except this title. Title I just want to use as it is. Or if you don't want this title also, you can delete the title. You remove the title also. Just activate. So here in page 2, what is the continuation for page 2? You have to change it to page 2. So once you reach to the page, first page format is unique. From second page onwards, you want to use the page 2 only. So the continuation for page 2 is page 2 format only. Just activate. Now go to our program. So in a page 2, previously we are seeing logo and other details. Now I removed all the things. So once again execute. Okay. This is our first page format. Second page, I'm clicking page down. Now we don't have those logos. We don't have that information. Why? Because the same information I don't want to see in the second page. Third page, if you click on the third page, in the third page, you don't have that information. Why? Because this format is continuation. Second page is continuing till the last page. If you go to the last page, the format is same. Why? Because for first page is unique. For first page continuation, second page continuation, second page only. Third page continuation, second page format only. Same format it is using. So now we created two pages. Why? Because we need difference. Why? Because in the first page, I need all the information. In second page, I don't want to display all the details once again, the header information. Then the number of pages are same. Why? Because we are not adjusted this height. So go to second page. So this main window, okay, we want to increase the height of the main window. Why? Because this space is enough. Previously, logo and address were there. Now we are not going to use those. So this space is available for us. So go to output options. Just what is the upper margin? Upper margin. So it's a 6.2. Now we don't want the 6.2. The 0.5. It's going up. It will print from the top. Okay. Just do the changes only in the second page, not in the first page. Just activate. So previously we were blank space was there. Now I removed the blank space, and at the same time what we had to do in this one, if we come down, we just increase the sorry, we just reduce the upper margin. At the same time, the same space you have to increase. Previously it said 22. Now I'm just changing to 20, 30. 30 is crossing that limit. So now I'll just change it to 27, 27 or 28 also we can give. I will just try this 28. Okay, 28. So what I did, I reduced the top margin. At the same time, I increased the height. Why? Because I'm having so much space in the second page. Activate. So same report. Print preview. So this is the first page. Previously, how many pages were there? 14 pages. Now it's 11 pages. Why? Because this first page we are having all the details. If you go to second page, so from the beginning itself, we are printing items. So we saved some paper here actually, some space. Okay, this is 2 of 11. Then page down, third page. So likewise, we saved 3 pages. Okay, 11 of 11. So finally we saved 3 pages. So that is the advantage with the different page formats. So first page format, we need the total information. Second page onwards, we need item details, the continuation of the items. I don't want the logo and from address and to address in the continuation page. So that's why first we'll create one page. So we'll check that the page format, everything is correct. Then we copy the page and paste it as a second page. Okay, now the second page is ready. Then once your second page is ready, just remove unnecessary windows. What are the windows are available in first window? Sorry, first page. We don't want those windows except the main window. We don't want other windows. I removed all the windows. After that, what I did, I reduced the upper margin. So previously, upper margin was there for this one, not for this main window. So upper margin was there previously. So I reduced the upper margin height. So I just reduce that. And after that, I increase the height of the window. Now it's a 28. So previously it's a 20. Now we increased, previously it's a 22 or something. We increased 6 centimeters height. So there we can print 6 items. Likewise, if you are printing 6 more items in second page, so number of pages are reduced. So we saved the paper. At the same time, look wise also it is good actually. So that's why we'll create multiple pages. Multiple pages. So the first page format is different and second page format is different. Likewise, this second page format is repeating. Third page, fourth page, fifth page. So up to 11th page, the format is same. Okay. Is it clear or any doubts in this?
It's clear, sir.
So so we are seeing the benefit of that. Why we created a second page? What is the reason behind that one? So finally, what is the benefit? So normally at the time of shopping also, the first page format is different from the other pages. Why? Because in the second page, that generic information is not required. Why? Because we already printed the generic information. Now we are talking about the items, the continuation of the items. So definitely we can save some papers. Okay, it's clear, na?
Yes. Yes.
At the time of creating a second page, just finalize the first page, completely develop the first page. Okay, then copy and paste it as a second page. So here the page one, you have to change the properties like a for page one continuation page is page two. Otherwise, even though you have created a page two, if you are not changed here, if you, it will take a default page as a page one. So you are having 2 pages, but if you are not changed, then always it will take the continuation page as page one. But you have to modify. At the same time, in the page two, you have to change it as a page two. Page two continuation, second page, third page, all the formats are like a page 2 only. So here also you have to change. If you are not changed, then it will take the old page only. Even though you are having a second page, it is not going to display that information.
So we need to create a page, then copy paste, right?
First, complete it. The page one, the alignments, the main window, and other properties. You have first complete it, finish it. Just check that format is correct. Output is that alignment, everything is correct. Now for the second page, we don't want to change that alignment, but we just want to remove other windows except that main window. Okay, the main window is common in a page 1 and page 2. Like in page 1, main window is there. If we are trying to print some items in the first page, if it is not enough, then it will come to the second page. So if the second page also not enough, it will automatically generate the third page, and the third page is like a second page only. So it will flow to the next window, next page. So because of this main window properties. Okay, so the thing
Got
is,
it.
in first page also you are having a main window, in second page also you are having a main window. If you try to reduce the width of the window, it will affect in both the places. So if you observe this, in a phase 2, I just increase the height of the window, not the width. Why? Because here width is we are using for printing the items. There we used a table. Table we split into 5 columns. So likewise we did all the things. Now blindly once we created a second page, if you change that what is that alignment, like if you reduce the width of the window or if you increase the width of the window, it will reflect in first page also. Why? Because the matter is continuing from the first page to second page. So you can't touch the width, you can increase the height, you can change the upper properties. Why? Because the number of lines will change. If you reduce this width of this window, whatever that existing items you previously it is a 20 length, you split it into 5 cells. Now if you reduce, I am not able to print those 5 cells, then that will be a problem. Okay, so that's why the width is fixed, page 1 to page 2. Only height we increased. At the same time, the top margin we increased. Why? Because we are having a lot of space at the top. I want to utilize the space. So that's why we increased height, not the width. That is important point. By mistake, if you try to change here, okay, this width of the window, it will reflect here also. Don't touch the width of the window. That will create a problem. Right? Because same matter is printing in the next page also. That's a continuation. Here I just I am having sufficient space to print, but if I don't have a space here, then that will be a problem. So the width wise it should be same. Length wise you can height wise you can change, alter. Previously we are having a height of, here you can see that how much height is there for main window 22, but in page 2 we are having 28, 6 centimeters extra, that height we increased. Okay, so likewise we can save some papers. Actually if we are having 100 pages or something, so in each page if you save 6 centimeters, so definitely we can save 10 papers. So out of 14 pages, now it is printing 11. So if 100 pages are there, then we can save 10 pages. Okay, it's clear. For
Yes, sir.
page 2, if you want to remove that what is that background picture, you can remove. Page 2, I don't want this background picture, only in first page only it's a colorful. In the second page onwards, it's a normal. Actually if you take any bond paper or something, first page it will be colorful, letterhead or something. Second pages are normal pages. In that case, if you don't want this background image, you can remove for the second page. Only for the first page it will print, second page nothing will be there, it's a normal plain paper. Okay, now we can see. It's a plain paper actually. So likewise, you can the page is unique. So you can change the properties of the page. Okay, now it's a continuation. So 3, 4, all the pages are plain white paper only. So likewise, you can change the properties for the second page. So first, concentrate on the first page and check that output, alignment if everything is same. Then copy the first page to second page. Then remove unnecessary windows, what you don't want to display in the continuation pages. Just remove and increase the height of the main window. That's all. The remaining properties are same. So remaining windows we are not going to display here in second page onwards. So remove all other windows. Okay, in the real time, normally we at the time of taking the printouts, or if you're trying to what is it in an offer letter, company offer letter, the first page format is different from the second page. Only in the first page they will tell like okay, L&T Infotech Bangalore location, something like that. Second page onwards, the matter will continue, not the logo in all the places. So likewise, our output also normally they will expect in that way. This is also for a business purpose only. We are giving to the customers or vendors. Then the first page we will follow all the formats. In second page, that is the continuation of the first page. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so till now, previously we just prepared the data. We just hand over the data to the smart form. So smart form, and after that we are changing the format. So here our concentration is smart forms. What are the features are available in the smart form? We're just adding features one by one. So our concentration is smart form. So the data retrieval, you already expert in the data retrieval. You know that how to prepare a header and item. So you know those things. So that's why we are not concentrating on data retrieval portion. Our concentration is what are the features available in a smart form. Okay. So at the time of executing this smart form, so we got this function module 305. Okay. So how we are getting this function module at the time of executing, if you want to test a smart form directly, you can click on this one. This is the function module name. I call the same function module name. Okay. So in the interview, they will ask one question like, okay, this smart form at the time of executing, it is showing one function module. Is it changing every time or is it the same? So always it's a 3005 only. It's not changing. That means first time for a function module, sorry, for a smart form internally, it will assign one function module. Second time onwards, at the time of assigning, it will go back to the table and it will check that, okay, for this smart form already one function module is there. It will take from the table and it will show to us. So first time it will create, second time onwards, it will use the same information. So that's why the function module is not changing. Otherwise, first time you created with the 305, if you executed second time it's 306, third time 307, how many times I have to change? But I'm not changed. That means for one function module, one smart form, internally, it will assign one function module. Okay, that is important. In the interview also, they will ask like, okay, you are talking about one smart form, behind that one function module will be there. Every time it will create a new function module or it will use the same function module. Only first time it will create, second time onwards, it will use the same function module. So from my point of view, so you are calling this smart form. So behind this one function module is there. But here it is working fine in a development system. After that, we move to quality system. Then it is suddenly getting dumped. Why? Because this function module is not available. So why you are calling this function module? So it will go for a dump. So it will create a problem. So that means once you execute this function module, then it is creating this. Sorry, once you executing your smart form, it is creating a function module. In a quality system, nobody is executing. Directly we are testing. Then this function module is not there. At the same time, for testing purpose, so I have created 305 function, sorry, smart forms. So now it is showing a series of 305. But in a quality system, first time we are moving our smart form to the quality system. Then that is the first function module. There the function module name is different. Here in a quality system, development system, it is different. In a quality system, the function module is different. In a production system, the function module is different. So if you simply call like this, it will create a problem. So that is also one important question. So you got the function module for a smart farm, you are directly calling. If you call like this, so it will definitely, it will go for a dump in the next level systems. In quality, this function module not name is not available, they will go for a dump. In a production system, this is not available, they will go for dump. So just like think like if here it is a development system, it is a D. If it is a quality system, it may be a Q. If it is a production system, it may be P. So the series here it is a 305. Maybe sometimes it may be a 301. Like that it will be there. So the function module name will come dynamically. So if you hard code like this, it will create a problem. Then how can I get the function module name? So we are having one more function module. Okay, for this function module, you have to pass your smart form name. Then it will give your function module name. So what is your smart form name? YBT26. Pass your smart form name. Then it will give the relevant function module. Instead of hard coding the value, pass the variable name. So just check this function module. What is the what is the type of that variable? So just to open this function module and see that it's a, just check that what is the variable name, variable type. So okay, now what is the function module name, returning parameter? So this is our function module name. Function module name. So we are just passing the our smart form name to this function module. It is returning what is the relevant function module. So instead of hard coding this value, we are just passing a variable name. Why? Because in a development system, one name is there. In a quality system, different name is there. So if you hard code, this name is not available. So, but if you call this function module, dynamically it will get the name of the function module. Depends on the environment. Is it in a development system? For this smart form, what is the name? For this smart form in a quality system, what is the name? In a production system, for the same smart form, what is the name? The name will change. So just like in our case also, if we are having some nicknames, in my hometown, they may call with a different name. In office, they may call with the original name. Friends are calling with a different name. So depends on the environment. The person is same, but the name is changing. So likewise, here also for the smart farm, depends on the environment. If it is a development system, the name is different. If it is a quality system, the name is different. So that's why just pass your smart farm name. Depends on the environment. It will give the relevant function module name. Just pass the function module name here actually as a variable. Don't hard code this value. So that is also important question actually. So in the interview also they will ask. Why? Because So everything is working fine in the development system. Well, you thought that it is working fine, and after that you move to quality, immediately it will go for the dump actually. So functional consultant is getting a dump. So you are not aware of that. If you're testing in a development system, once again it is working fine. But why it is not working? Why? Because the name will change. Depends on the environment. So we'll put a breakpoint here and we'll see what is the function module name we are going to get. So this is our sales order number. So we are passing our smart form name. So we'll see what is the function module name we are getting from here. So 305. So just check this one. Both are same. 00305. The same name we are getting from this function module. But if we go to quality system, there may be a different function module name. Execute it. Printer name. Click print preview. So now the output wise, both are same. But in a quality system, now there is no issue. Why? Because we are calling in a different way. Otherwise, if you are not calling like this in a development system, it will work perfectly, but it will fail in a quality and next level systems, whatever it may be, pre-production and production. In all the systems, it will go for the dump. Why? Because there is no function model available. Okay, this is the important point actually. So beginners definitely they are not aware of this one. They simply call that function model and they will do in next level system it will go for the dump, then that will be a big issue actually. So once you call this one, if everything is working at last minutes, okay, before going to transfer to the next system, just call this function model, pass your smart form name. What is the smart form name? It will return relevant function module name. Pass that function module. Just to remove this hard coded value. Pass your variable name. But in the beginning itself, if you try to call like this, it will go for the dump. That is also not working. But in the beginning, you have to hard code the value. Once everything is working fine, before transporting the next level system, you have to add this function module and replace this hard coded value with variable. That is important. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the important point actually, the technical point of view. So why? Because here everything is working fine in quality, nothing is, and we are not able to see any output. So that is a common problem actually. So the functional consultant, he will come back and he will test it in development system. It is working. As a technical person, I am also testing in the development system. It is working fine. But so in the quality system, it will face the problem. So that is a common issue.
Sir, here you have mentioned call function as a v underscore fm name. So the next client automatically it will pick up the whatever
This
function
function
module there.
will dynamically. This will take care of that.
Okay.
The value
Okay.
you are passing your smart form name. So before
Mm-hmm.
coming to here, it is executing. Na? So it will return.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the environment, it will give the value.
Okay.
Internet it will check
Mm-hmm.
that where we are in a development system, quality or pre-production.
Okay. Okay.
So it is a
Understood.
dynamic value. It's not a fixed value.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
So this is playing the role. That 137 is a playing the role. Our smart form name is fixed, but this one will come dynamically. So
Understood. Understood. Understood.
normally just like if you go back to the table, so in the table
Mm-hmm.
they will mention like for the same smart form development, this is a function model, quality, this is the function model, production, this is the function model, like that. SAP will store that information, so dynamically it will get that what is the relevant function model in that environment. Clear? Okay.
Yeah, sir. Now
Now
understood.
I'm just telling like don't hard code this value, call like this. So if you try to call this v underscore fm name just like a normal function model how we are calling. So normally we'll click on this one, v underscore fm name or something. If you give like this, then it will, you will get an error. Why? Because that v underscore fm name is not there actually. So in the beginning, you have to call with this 35 only. After that, remove this and replace with this. So in the beginning itself, if you try to call with v underscore fm name, system doesn't know that. That is a dynamic value. So that value will fill in the runtime, not at this moment. So at the time of calling, you have to call this function module, what we generated from the smart form. But after that, you have to replace with a variable. Then dynamically it will fill. The beginning itself, you are trying to, okay, I told that the v underscore fm name you have to use. So if you try to call by using this function module, then you will get an error. You have to call this one only. Finally, you have to replace this with the variable name. Dynamically it will fill. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So along with these properties, so for the smart form, we are having some other parameters actually. So like output options and controlling parameters. So for any smart form by default, so in that interface we added header, in the interface we added items. So that's why those two are appearing. But by default we are having other parameters. So likewise, output options. So output options, we need one variable for passing output options. Other one is the controlling parameters. Okay. So how to declare these variables? So how to declare these variables? The smartphone. This is a smartphone display. So we're talking about the controlling parameters. Controlling parameters are declaration should be like this. Control parameters data. Option